talking to me about, oh, this job is cushy, it pays me well, oh, I don't want to earn less. You don't have to earn less if you're strategic. Seriously. Hi guys, welcome to today's video where I'm going to be sharing the best ways to overcome the mental challenges of leaving a comfortable job or one that you've done for a very long time and you're ready for a change. If you're new here, my name is Dels. I am a lawyer, an international business strategist, and a career coach who is passionate about helping high achievers like you who may feel stuck to pivot into new jobs or careers that they love anywhere in the world. It's based on my own journey and experiences and those of my clients. So if you're new, welcome. I embrace you with love. Make sure that you subscribe and that you comment and that you engage with this community, because this is where you will learn all the tools, tips, and tricks that you need in order to level up. So welcome, like I said, and if you've already subscribed, it's good to see you. All right, let's dive into this. If you're watching this video, you probably have an idea of the kind of mental challenges that I'm talking about. Let me give you a picture of what I went through. And so many of my friends and some of my clients have been in the same space. It's like you're working in a job that you've worked so hard to build. You get paid well, but there are a big amount of negatives to the role. So perhaps it could be the long hours. It could be the fact that you no longer enjoy the type of work that you do, or it may just be that you feel called to do something else. But in your mind, it's like this relentless battle between, should I go? Should I stay? It's almost like being in a bad relationship, or maybe one that just doesn't meet your needs anymore. It doesn't have to be an abusive situation. It doesn't have to be a negative situation, but you feel like you're called to something. Everyone else around you might think that you have an excellent job, but the truth is that you're no longer in love with it and you want to change. However, you are stuck with over-analyzing. Should I go? Should I get something else? Do I even still want to continue to do this profession? Is it this job, or is it the company? Is it just that I don't like the people that I work with? And the truth is that you have to face all of these thoughts head on in order to figure out what truly is wrong. Because here's what I learned. You can remove yourself from one situation because you feel like, oh, I no longer like this job, and then you move somewhere else. If the pattern repeats and continues to repeat every time that you move, the only consistent thing in the situation is you. So where does the problem lie? Is that problem with the company or your profession, or is it something that you're doing wrong and you need to delve into? It could just be that you're no longer in love with that industry, and it's absolutely fine. That was the case for me. I wanted to do something different. I liked the companies that I worked for, and I just felt like I needed to explore other aspects of my personality. But the big problem was I kind of didn't know what I was going to do next. This is kind of like what I was built to do. I'd gone to school, I'd gone to university, I'd gone to business school, all of these things. I was like, why would I want to leave this? And two, guys, I was broke for a very, very, very long time. Walking away from a job that paid me multiple six figures was insanity. But the truth is, if you do not face these thoughts head on, then you are going to continue to remain in this perpetual trap of overthinking, and that doesn't serve you. So how do you get past this? Well, one of the main things that I did is to take a step back and decide, okay, let's meet each one of these thoughts that well through my mind every day so that I can see if there's a theme, if there's a pattern, if there's something I need to learn about this. You have to face these thoughts head on instead of ruminating every day and daydreaming, because I very much think that if you're working somewhere professionally, you have to be able to give what you're paid for. You're there to work. And if you're there not really doing a good job, it reflects in your appraisal, it reflects in the way that people treat you, and then it becomes like a self-fulfilling prophecy. You don't really want to be in the space anymore. Initially, it wasn't about those people, but now they see that you kind of suck at the job, and then you get irritated, and then it's like a really terrible cycle that you don't want to be in. So you have to face these thoughts and see what it is that your thoughts are leading you to do. The next thing to do if you're afraid of the fact that you're walking away from a big chunk of money or a job that gives you a certain type of lifestyle is to stop thinking about what you have to lose, but instead think about what you have to gain in this new life journey that you're going into. So for example, if it means that you're switching industries, what does that mean? Does that mean that you're going to work with a new set of people who are perhaps a bit more dynamic and align more with you than probably your old industry, which was certainly the case with me. Like I said, it's not that I had an issue with being a lawyer. And in fact, I've managed to find a way to still be a lawyer and only do the aspects that I enjoy. This is a strategy that I teach my own coaching clients. But anyway, we'll get into that later on at another time. But the point is, I wanted to be in a space that I'd always admired. I love technology. I love how tech has come in to disrupt so many industries, and I felt like I aligned more with that than working in a traditional space, in a traditional law firm that continues to do things in a certain way just because that's the way that they've always been done. As I got older, I was like, no, I want to be part of the change rather than being part of the status quo as it's always been. And that was my own itch. That was the rationale behind my itch. When I thought about it, I was like, actually, the world is moving this way. If I start to make the move now, I'm going to be one of the first lawyers to actually get tech experience and understand how coding works and understand how a lot of this digital infrastructure is built. Which means that if I ever have to go back into law, I can leverage those skills and use them to maybe command a higher salary, work with more interesting clients, and voila, it's been less than 2 years, and what am I doing right now? Exactly that. But the added bonus is that making that pivot allowed me to build business experience, get more skills that definitely make me a lot more valuable. And now you might think, but walking away from a salary, Dels, well, here you go. You know that you want that change right now. So what does that mean you should do? Start saving, create a financial plan. I will talk more about this in other videos, and I'm going to be hosting a live private training. It's going to be invite only, and it's going to be for people like you who are ambitious and who are driven mid-level career professionals that want to change into something new but don't know where to start. Look below this video. It's going to be in the description box. Depending on what time you watch this video, you might have to join the waitlist or you'll be invited to apply, whatever. All of the information will be down there. But the point is that if you're talking to me about, this job is cushy, it pays me well, I don't want to earn less, you don't have to earn less if you're strategic. Seriously, start with your financial plan. When I left law, I had solid savings. I will be frank with you about that, because in the middle of my analysis paralysis for years, I was like, you better start saving because this is something that you are going to do at some point. So I did that. And it meant that when I left law and I went from over 200K to zero, I was okay. I didn't have that panic. And also, very important, I don't have children. So I don't have to worry about that right now. But the longer that you stay stuck, your circumstances could change, which means that it's going to be much harder for you to be where you want to be. And this is an analysis that I did. Like, I want to have children one day if the Lord wills. So I was like, hold on, you have now hit 30. Yes, guys, you know that I'm in my 30s. If you want to have children, is what you're doing putting you in the position that you will be able to have a life of those children and spend time with them and be a present mother and be a boss woman and do all of these things that you want to do at the same time? I realized that the answer was no. So my financial plan had to be in place. And I went from more than 200K to zero. And then strategically, it was like, what do I need to learn? What type of companies do I need to work in? What kind of business do I need to start? What kind of side hustles do I need to start bringing in? What do I need to do to start generating income? And now, less than 2 years, I'm in basically the same financial situation as my previous job, but with the added benefit of more work-life balance. I'm happier, and I no longer spend my days ruminating. So I hope that this video has given you some actionable strategies that you should also adopt. I know it's not easy. I feel like as human beings, fear of the unknown can leave us crippled. And it's very important to realize that actually that unknown could be way better than anything that you imagine. I know for a fact, for me, I didn't imagine the life that I'm living now. I just knew that I wanted more. So I really, really encourage you to trust your intuition. Start having that conversation with yourself. Don't keep going through the motions just because you've always done that. Life is a privilege, and you really owe it to yourself to live it the way that your inner self truly desires. I hope that you guys have enjoyed this video. Let me know your thoughts below. Let me know what topics you want me to cover. I would love you guys to subscribe and show love. So find me on Instagram and all of that kind of stuff. And I will see you in the next video. Toodles!